Master Mason, no militia, we tearing it up today. So I wanted to have a couple of notes about how to smoke a blunt in a police station and get away with it. Now the other day I saw a couple down the river. I was working on a site and they were doing their job. It was in their parameters, and I, other than the fact that knew it was out there happening over here, have to deal with that while working the site. And for me, at that day, I was, all right, waiting for things, just being a soldier, waiting for orders, doing my thing, and that's the job. You can't help but life. You can't help but not do anything that's necessary in there. And well, anyways, he come over and of course, the day one of them left their cruiser there for a minute. Okay, that I'm not gonna argue, any of the faculties of what takes a human body to do something inside of that. If you gotta take a two-person unit or a 10-person unit to do what you gotta do, look, that's the fucking game. Okay, you wanna understand some things inside of here? That's the game. You're going to be asked to do it as a grandmother. You're going to be asked to do it as any other situation or function. And I personally like chemistry. Inside of here, there's certain ways to do things that you have to really adjust what the judge's mechanics on things are going to be, right? Okay. So our heading on here is how to get that. So at one point in time, he asked me to come over and watch the cruiser. Now, it's not necessarily my job to do it. It gets things in trouble. They have cameras on it. It's in an area where immediately I'm thinking, okay, you're asking me to come out of my vehicle on lunch break and do a thing. That's not my job. It's not my, hey, whoa, everything looked pretty fucking square from here, I'm just sitting here in my vehicle. Well, what can I do for you today? Trying to everything in the universe avoid your universe. Just because I have to. Everything's a discriminative case for me in that department. Physically, I have no right to know. Physically, if I know any of the information, I'm now part of it. I have to be a character witness in some way of how that mechanics went to the absolute perfection of what that system is. And so that's me on the stall. I'm on site doing my own thing. I'll stand there until 3 o'clock in the morning like a sentinel and that shit's the tomb and watch that fucking car. That's not my point. I know it's there for a reason when I want to do that job. If I wanted to do that job, it's going to have to be there. That's what that is. So for me, when I say I'm going to do that, I want to do that for some of the people in the region who might have some of those criteria on this system of understanding what the fuck it is. Right? And if I got to make it smell like the inside of a skunk's asshole in that building to show Johnny, hey, this is what it's about. There's going to be a result that does when I take you to the stone mill, because hopefully this process is the process. That state trooper is going to take them straight to me on the mass gap floor, and we're going to start working out your home line rotations. I'm kind of one of those brothers that have a staring contest in the sun and wind. Look, you're going to fucking understand right now. We'll give it back to you later, Hydrogen. But as far as what's going on right here, that's what this is. And beyond that, you guys, I have a big problem with it. I say, hey, you know what? I don't want to do all the book reports. I don't want to have to do the home calendar on my fridge about all the day planning and the rotations to keep gravity in mind on hydrogen number one, about this system and where that correlates to me doing a video sequence of avataring my whole entire program that day. I don't necessarily need to put out so much fucking content on every video and do it, but I can definitely bump that up a little bit based on those closed off regionings inside of that. Again, if I have to make it smell like the inside of a skunk's asshole in that police station to make a point, that's what I'm going to do. That's the judge, that's the drug and alcohol coach, that's mental health, that's anybody who doesn't understand the term schizophrenia, bipolar, manic, physics. That's the game. That's the job. Hopefully at the end of the day, I could have took that dude that they had across the street for whatever reason. I have no clue what it is. They're going to tell me a few things about the numbers on a set in here, and I'm going to try to integrate that into the system back down on the militia floor, because that's the reality of it. It costs a whole lot of fucking money inside of the system to eventually get you back down in there and doing it anyways. And honestly, You got the players to do it in the games, the militia around you, the masons in the society for the fucking game based on all those rules for them companies inside the standard of the workforce program, the safety model, the education program, the degree, and every other variable that defines the limits inside of that state and who, what, when, where, and why it can't. Catch you on the next one.